Good morning and good night. Thanks again for downloading the Body Snatchers podcast. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe and comment. So let's get started. Enjoy the show.
All right. Good morning and good night. Welcome to the Body Snatchers podcast. I'm Steve, not here, and across from me is the prelude of Body Snatchers podcast. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. This is an exciting episode for me. This is an exciting episode because, like everyone else on planet Earth, we got bamboozled and surprised with Halo multiplayer. Beta, mind you, but it was supposed to come out on December 8th and November 15th. As I was leaving the doctor's, I was like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym because I feel too good, and I don't want to feel as good because I feel like that's why people go to the gym. And you messaged me saying that the multiplayer was out, and I didn't believe it. And then I went on Steam. It's like, yeah, come grab it. What you doing?
It's come through.
Yeah, and ever since then, it has been awesome. So since the last Halo I played was Halo 3, and that's a lifetime ago, and I remember nothing about it. You played them, right?
Yeah. I played 5. I played I didn't play 4, but I played 5. I played Reach. Dabbled in some ODST. So I'm more in the loop, but it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I actually was deep in the trenches. You know what I mean?
Right. So besides the servers, if you play for an hour, you may get kicked out once, which isn't bad. Right now on Steam, 201,000 and growing are playing it as we record this right now. So what do you think?
Man,
does it live up to your expectations?
Oh yeah. And then some, because I feel like with 343 taking over after Bungie, went their own separate way from it, started working on Destiny. Bungie. Yeah, right. Big fan of Destiny over here, this guy. Yeah. But yeah, so they've been struggling. They've been struggling to hit one that kind of resonated with everybody, it feels like. And it's cool it's cool to see them be like, we did it. You know what I mean? Because it's just overall, everybody that I talk to, it seems like everybody's been having a blast with it. Obviously people have certain things they can nitpick about, but that's anything. Right. But it just seems like overall the general consensus is it's a good game. And it's just it's kind of wild that it's free to play at least,
Right. And just Halo multiplayer, and because I always compared to Destiny, Halo multiplayer is miles better than Destiny multiplayer, and it's nobody's fault. Nobody did anything wrong. It's just you have to play Destiny for a couple of weeks to really enjoy the multiplayer, which in Halo, download it, let's go.
Right.
Let's go. And then you're on par with everyone else. Besides maybe one guy looking like one of those samurai Power Rangers in the 40th generation. But,
right.
You can just get on and go. You can get on. They don't have red and blue and yellow and green and stuff like that. You can choose your colors now, however you want. You can mix and match, and you can do that right out the gate. And then you just play. Everyone's on the same level. And there's so much value in that I realized while playing Destiny, because I played Halo 3, and of course you get on, you play, boom, done. You get the even couch co-op you can play online, so anybody can just jump in and go. Destiny, all right, download Destiny. All right, you got to do these missions. All right, you got to do that mission. You need a shotgun. You're going to have to grind over here a little bit so that you can bring it in multiplayer. Halo, everyone, boom, sets as default, go.
Yeah.
And with gamers nowadays, we don't have time to spend 3 weeks on a game just to try out the multiplayer in full effect. We don't have time to, go through a story just so we can play with our friends.
Right.
Who would want to?
You barely got games.
Right? How about cousin Tino, who, he has maybe 20 minutes free a day.
A day? That's a week, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
And Tino play Destiny. Wouldn't happen. But he did download Halo, and it wasn't because of me.
Yeah, I wonder what I don't know if it was just strictly for the hype. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that Tino's gonna more than likely hate every second of it because he doesn't play shooters. You know what I mean? But for him to go out and download it, just download it, that alone kind of speaks to the volume of hype that's behind this right now. You know what I mean?
You know what he doesn't like? He doesn't like losing. That's what it is. As
Well,
someone that played him in
Tekken
and Xenoverse. So, like, I just played Xenoverse, and then right off the bat, he's like, yeah, let's do a match. I'm like, I just made my guy. Like, his gi is from, like, there's no logos on his gi. So, you know,
right.
And he completely annihilates me after his 100 hours onto the game.
He was like, damn, man, you suck, bro.
We play Tekken a little bit, and we do go back and forth. Mm-hmm. And when I clipped a game to where I won, he just got so amped up. So like that kind of he doesn't like to lose. So you're gonna hear that stuff where like I'm not even trying unless he does like a 15 kill and 4 death, you know, KD, which is entirely possible. You know, Halo's simple. It's very simple, and I ran into no problems except the leveling system, which I have a big problem with. But I just read before we got on the show that they're gonna adjust that.
No, they already adjusted it. They already did it. They on top of it, man. They was like, look, your battle pass, everybody, they already fixed it. So the next time you do play, more than likely you'll have an update. Your battle pass will be easier to level up, and then they did a couple changes to like some game modes and stuff, but yeah, they definitely on top of it. And I'm like, for this to not come out yet, like officially, like launch as opposed to December 8th, they on top of it. They like, look, stick with us. You know what I mean? Stick with us. Let's ride this out.
Well, real talk. We played all fucking day, and I was barely at 2. So I'm like, what's going on here? I'm even knocking out these bounties.
You like, what do you want from me?
But the problem was when we got, you know, enough people with us, we had to do big team battle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 15, 20-minute match.
Yeah.
And people would walk away with that with no XP. 15, 20 minutes, no XP. I feel like you should at least get a little bit. Even if you lose.
Yeah.
You should at least
get a little bit of something. You say, I was in battle, you know.
I was there.
I was there. But yeah, so I mean, I can't speak on it because I didn't get the battle pass because I'm like, I don't even understand how this shit works yet. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna wait and to have a better understanding, and then I might try to, you know, get the little sampler plate. I'll get the quick pass, but yeah. So, but it's cool to see though, man. It's definitely cool to see that, you know, they finally got one. They got one that everybody is raving about, and we'll just have to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, and the battle pass was only $10. I picked it up because I know everyone plays Halo. You know, people that you don't usually game with play Halo, so it's going to be amplified with the people you already play. So you're definitely going to always have a crew playing Halo. Oh
yeah, you are never going to have a hard time finding somebody to play. Since Halo came out, I've talking to people that I haven't talking to in years. They was like, "Yo, so you know about this Halo, blah blah blah." Oh yeah, I got engaged. I'm like, oh, I didn't. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? I was just like, look. Right. And he was like, I got engaged last weekend. I was like, that Halo had you feeling real good. You was on top of the world. He was like, you know what? My girl let me play Halo all day. She's the one.
Now, is the campaign going to come out on Game Pass?
Yeah. Yep. Every Microsoft exclusive is going to be on Game Pass.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, because I seen it on Steam for $60, and that's coming out December 8th. And I'm like, you know, of course I'm getting it because I was telling you, I want to beat the campaign. So, you know, just to experience the full campaign of Halo, I think would be awesome. But, and then I heard it was going to be on Game Pass. I'm like, you're throwing away $1 billion here. I feel like.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you know, but not really, because people be like, oh, it's on Game Pass. They'll fuck around. They'll get it now. They'll get Game Pass right now just because it's about to be on there when it drops. And so now in the meantime, they got their couple hundred games that they can mess around with. And then when Halo come out, they'll keep playing. And then the month after that, they'll have another big game for them to drop. You know what I mean? So I feel like Microsoft is more worried about the subscription sales at this point because that's money. They've been making money off of that. Like,
oh yeah, that's 15 ahead. I mean, to be honest, I've had it for probably a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing New World and Halo, which neither of them are on Game Pass, but I still have it. So they've been getting all that money all that time.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't breaking the bank. I do okay. I'm a podcast host, so, you know, I ain't sweating here, but they've been getting all that money from me. So how many situations are there with Game Pass where they are making that money? So maybe they are like coming over the head, or however it is, however the phrase is when they make a profit, you know, whatever it's called. But they're making their money just with Game Pass.
Yeah. I mean, because, you know, when you think about it, I'm sure I don't have the numbers, but I could imagine that not everybody and their mom, but people are still more and more people are still getting Game Pass, and you know it's worth it, man. For $15, like people be like, well, it's just gonna go up in price, but I'm like, so did Netflix, so did every other like subscription service. So it's like I wouldn't be mad. Like $20, I feel like is still a good value for how much you get, but we'll have to see. Once y'all start trying to hit me with the 30 piece, then we'll have to talk, you know. But until then, I'm here. I'm here for it.
And like, you knew subscriptions were coming in eventually. Like 10 years ago, you knew everything was going to be subscriptions. Take Animal Planet, for example. Mm-hmm. You know, how many people watch said show on Animal Planet because it's part of a package deal? Who's just going to pay for Animal Planet?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Would you?
Yeah, not at all.
$7 a month. Would you pay for Animal Planet? You're not going to be watching that.
Right. Well, you know, who knows? That's what I'm going to have in the baby's room when she go to sleep. Just like, she's just going to be soaking in all that animal knowledge.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Watching lions bang. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, that's rough. So, but we'll see.
And the bounties, when I got the battle pass, I wanted to see what the bounties were like, but you know, I jumped the gun, very impulsive. I had it, so whatever. The bounties are very simple. The bounties are very fun. You know, you do, hey, win 2 rounds, participate in 5 rounds, get 5 kills with the BR, get 5 melee attacks, get 3 grenade kills, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, with this new update that you were talking about, is it going to change? Because along with the bounties are simple. Maybe that's why they didn't give you anything during the match.
Right. I can see that. And I mean, like, my thing is, people were having problems with that because they're trying to blame the challenges for people not playing the objective in the video game, because there's no bounties for hitting, like, all right, you captured the flag 3 times or 5 times, you know, over however long a time. So, but they were like, all right, well, he just running around shooting people because he's trying to get challenges as opposed to winning the objective. And I was like, welcome to playing a video game online where you are the only person that's going for the objective. Like, that is how video games work. Like, I don't know if this is their first time playing a video game, but 8.5 times out of 10, your team is not helping you like cap the objective. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that, because 9 times out of 10, when I play flag for flag, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Yeah, it's bad. It's rough. And I prefer the single flag mode over the 2 flags. I don't know if you played the single flag on there yet, but
yeah, pretty much defend and attack, right?
Yeah. And you kind of take turns doing that. I prefer that over the 2 flags. The 2 flags is too much for me. Like, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, and it is too much. I mean, I always thought, like, oddball on the flag, once you hit somebody, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And even in oddball, the little skull where you hold it and you accumulate points with how long your team holds it, you knock out their shield, then you knock them out, which is a regular melee, and the same with the flag. But I always thought it was just an automatic hit because you're slowed down. Everybody can see you. You know, it's I don't know what it is about the flag for flag that's just like, this again.
Yeah.
You know?
And you, like you said, you feel handicapped when you have the objective, so nobody wants to touch it. So, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
And that's true. They will circle the flag until somebody grabs it. They'll be like, oh, he's grabbing it. Oh, he's grabbing it. And they'll all just look at it for a while until somebody jumps in and gets it.
Right. And it's like, and usually I'll grab it. I don't mind playing the objective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that guy. But, like, it's just like, help me. Help me.
Right. And like Halo 3, because that's the one I know.
Mm-hmm.
They had squad, they had deathmatch, they had everything, they had duos, everything that you can just lock onto.
Yeah.
And that's your mode. That they had enough players to where they can do that. I'm sure they do now, but it's pretty much quick. It's pretty much quick play, boom.
Yeah, you're just a rotating lobby, like a rotating game type, no voting system or nothing like that. I'm sure maybe once the full game come out, they'll implement that some way, either a voting system or you can pick specifically what game modes you want to do. Because they have
right, and it's just a preference,
Yeah, because they have custom games, you know what I mean? I didn't play any, but I was looking around. I was trying to see if it was a way to get a specific game type. And so you can start up a custom game. So if we get the guys together, instead of doing big team, we could just, smack each other around, try to get good. So like that'll be cool. But other than that, I don't think they got anything for us.
Well, it is a beta, so maybe they're like, hey, let's, put all the games on rotation, let everyone get a great feel for them. And, maybe everyone feels like me, like, hey, I don't want to do the flag for flag.
And maybe they'll make some changes to the flag because of that. They hear enough people complaining about the way that the capture the flag is going, then they'll be like, all right, we'll switch it up somehow. We'll find a way to do something different. I can see that. And like I said, for this to come out on the 15th and for an update to fix everyone's issues with the battle pass to be out, I think it came out yesterday. So on the 18th, like,
right.
That's impressive when we have games like, the definitive edition of the GTA trilogy that they like, look, we'll figure it out, but until then, oh well. You know what I mean? Like, right. I don't know. I just feel like this was a quick turnaround for a problem that people were having with it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I can't speak on it because I didn't get the battle pass because, I'm frugal with mine. I'm like, I'll wait. I'm like, you have to show me something. And
there's nothing wrong with being fiscally responsible.
Look, I can try my best. I can only imagine. So,
right.
But I'm like, I'll wait. And now they like, okay, they fixed some stuff. They changed the boost because they had the XP boost was only for 30 minutes at first. Now it's an hour. Because I'm like, 30 minutes, that's like maybe 2 games. That's like maybe 2 games. So they changed it to an hour. They said that they might still say that it's 30 minutes, but it's an hour. They was like, it's okay. Don't be scared. But, but yeah, so that's what I'm kind of excited for. Just the fact that they're on top of it. And it seems like they are dedicated to keeping this going. But it makes sense because this is going to be a big thing for Xbox. You know what I mean? Overall. So they kind of need this to be a hit. You know what I mean? Like they needed this. They was just like, it needs to be worth that year delay. It needs to be worth having people come over. I'm assuming at some point, maybe they'll throw some, reward perks for Game Pass. It'll be like a battle pass or something from Halo. I can see them doing that down the line, but we'll see. TBD.
How does that work? Does Game Pass supply battle passes or no?
Not that I know of.
They do supply DLCs.
Right.
I know that from Destiny, but they don't. I've seen nothing to where like they'll give you a battle pass for a certain game.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It might just be in the perks, and not everybody looks in the perks, so it might be hiding among us the whole time. Look, see, I'm looking at it now. You can get YouTube Premium for 3 months. You get a 3-month trial. That's not bad.
From Game Pass?
Yeah, on Game Pass. Yeah,
I got no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, see, and it's just like, look, they got stuff for Back for Blood, Discord. You get 3 months of Nitro, 4 months of Spotify Premium. Everybody check out Game Pass.
What the fuck?
Right. # worth it. Like what? But yeah. So I digress. I honestly forgot what we were even talking about. I got caught up in all that stuff. Oh, the battle passes.
I didn't get no emails, no nothing. I'm looking at these perks now. Where did this come from?
So like, hey, it's been here all along.
Jesus.
But yeah, so look, we gonna see what's to it. We definitely gonna see because they gonna get me for that YouTube Premium because I never messed with it.
I got YouTube Premium. It's awesome.
You said I love it. Well, see now I know how awesome it is. That's what like this Game Pass was made for me because you're gonna have to show me, and then I'll be like, okay, cool. Then I'll see what's to it. But until
Well,
then,
I got YouTube TV and YouTube Music, and they give you the premium with that. But
okay.
I've been telling people for days, Spotify and everything else, it doesn't come close to YouTube Music. But that that'll be another show. I'll put everyone on, and I'll explain to you exactly why YouTube Music is
the bee's knees.
Best, the bee's knees, the cat's meow. There's a lot of people that have Spotify or YouTube Music that they don't know about their release radar and Discover Weekly, which boggles my mind. I think that's the best thing we have.
Right.
Even if you love music, Tuesdays and Wednesdays should be your day to like sit down and just go through your playlist.
Right. You said find something new, expand your horizons.
Dude, I find at least 3 new bangers every week, which I would never know about if it wasn't for these playlists.
Right.
Because back in the day, you had to go like to a certain website and see what was new and hot, and then go through all like just hours of like nothingness of just indie garbage that people just put on, and then you'd find maybe one banger.
Yeah, you said maybe one banger, but it's it's all coming together though. You're gonna have to show me the way. Show us the way. Show the world the way.
There you go. When you get it, let me know. I'll send you the link to get your Spotify list all the way to YouTube. It's easy money, so you don't got to like re-download them one by one. What are we talking about? Halo?
Yeah, right. All right. So about this Halo, how you feel about the guns, the pew pews and whatnot?
The rifle. I always feel like when you're playing Halo and you see someone in the distance, it's always like, all right, I'm going to empty my clip. You're going to empty your clip. And then whatever happens next decides the battle.
Right. I can see it.
The cool thing about this is like when a Spartan has his shield, it doesn't matter if you shoot him in his shoe or you shoot him in his head. You're just taking away the shield. So it's there's nothing to it. But when that shield's gone, you want a headshot.
Right.
And that default rifle, it's pretty wild when it shoots. But if you get him in the head like 1 or 2 more times and he got you guys have the same exchange, they die or you die. So when you're sitting there going, oh, how did he get me? I hit him with every bullet. It's like he hit you with more headshots, and it was nobody's skill. It was just that's how the gun hit him. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have a different gun and you really drill him in the head, then obviously you're going to win. Or vice versa. If he has a pistol and it's like boom, 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 boom to your head, obviously you're going to win, or he's going to win, because the pistol and the headshots, those are decisive if you can get them.
Yeah.
But pistol is harder to hit someone than it is with the rifle that they give you at the beginning.
Yeah, it feels nice though. Like I love just the game. I mean, just like the feel of the guns. And honestly, what I thought was funny, like playing it in my mind, I was like, you know what this actually reminds me a lot of? Overwatch, right? When you think about it, because you get Widowmaker's grappling hook, all right? So you got the grappling hook now. You have Roadhog's shotgun as kind of like the little mauler, like the short shotgun. I don't know if you've seen that yet. Just some of the little stuff. They got the little, instead of having Winston's gun, they have the arc grenades, so it has the lightning and stuff going around. And like, it's just kind of some stuff. It just reminded me of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, it's interesting. They got the beam rifle, so it's kind of like Zarya's gun. It has the one where it just holds the straight beam. So it's just like, that's interesting to me. That it's just like, obviously it's different, but close enough for me to be like, What do you know?
I definitely miss Overwatch, but when you play games like this, you're usually like, all right, it's getting a little bit stale, a little bit boring. Last one, let's get off. And we can play Halo pretty much forever.
Yeah,
and it's pretty much, the gameplay is almost secondary when you got a squad, because it's a squad against another squad essentially. And if they don't have a squad, they're just a bunch of randoms together. We usually win. Right.
And that's definitely the thing with Halo, because it's like, Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that is real fast paced, as everybody's running around all crazy. in Halo is definitely slower. I try to play it slower than I play other games. You know, you gotta try to control corners. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely more about map control. Make sure that they don't pick up the power weapons and the power ups and stuff on the map. So it's just different. It's just different. Like, I thought, you know, I don't know if you've been watching me stream. Jaybird_plays with the Z, because I'm a cool kid.
With the Z, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, but like, I just knew that Splitgate was going to translate to Halo Infinite. I'm like, I'm going to put in this work. I'm going to get good. And it meant nothing. Like, I switched over to Halo and I was getting smacked. And I was just like, this is rough. And
they're both fun games.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Like if you don't like Halo, just get on Splitgate. Don't even worry about the portals yet. Just get on Splitgate. And, you know, you'll feel good. You'll have a good time. They're both free. They both have a battle pass.
Yeah. And it's definitely a faster pace than Halo. I said that's probably the biggest difference between the two. But like, I think that the guns handle well. Never really been a big fan of the vehicles in Halo. They always been the bane of my existence. You know what I mean? Like, that's always just terrible.
After Battlefield, those vehicles are a dream.
He said, I could do this all day.
I could do this all day. Yeah, I can drift. I can do all that. I mean, I got a clip to where my teammate pretty much says he's going to pick me up and just runs me down. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that there was friendly fire. And it was pretty much just a vehicle going full blast towards me. Like, why?
Right. He's like, how are you going to pick me up?
Shout out to Sour. Shit.
Like, hey man, look, that was the squad, man. He came through for us though.
He did. I like
on launch day.
Yeah, I like being carried.
Right. You said, come on, hop in my backpack, buddy.
Right. Down, Sour, they both carry me, you know, one in each hand. Let's go.
Yeah, so look, I like that. We gotta get the game back together. We gotta get on. It's been a little bit. It's been too long.
Yeah, we do, definitely. And I have no idea what the campaign's going to look like. I just don't even know what to envision.
Yeah, right. Like, I saw something that they were talking about, like, you have to destroy certain points. So it'll be kind of like a Far Cry. Well, I don't know if you ever played a Far Cry.
I played Far Cry 5 and I loved it.
Yeah, so you know how they had the outpost that the enemies had. It's going to be something like that. So it is going to be music? That. I don't know about the hillbilly music. You know, they might keep it on hold, but you know, them banjos might be blaring. Who knows? You know, they're gonna be coming through.
Right. Like, it's not a deal breaker for me. I was just asking.
Look, you said, you know, it spoke to you. You said that was my game of the year score. Right.
I got Spotify hooked up to the gimmick right here anyway. So if I needed it, I can get it.
It's like, oh man, what are we doing? The internet would, like, I can only imagine the memes. Like, they were like, what happened to Halo?
Right? I'd like us to do the campaign. I'd like us to do it on at least hard, not legendary, because I know there's modifiers. That's just how Halo does.
Right. And I thought I saw something that they actually pushed it back further. So it's like, that's not even going to be till maybe March or May.
Really? But it's not December 8th anymore?
Well, no, the game is coming out, but just the co-op.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the co-op is getting pushed back. So, I don't know. We'll see.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, because I just saw something about that. Yeah.
Well, it ain't like we don't got enough to keep us busy.
Yeah, so yeah, so it's going to arrive in May of next year at the earliest.
Jeez.
At the earliest.
That's far away. That's damn near half a year.
Yeah. So, you know, but who knows? They might surprise us and be like, all right, we got it done. I think they just said that just to make sure it's 100%, because
I mean, they did this time. They did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because I don't think they can't have a cyberpunk situation. You get what I'm saying? They can't have the GTA Definitive Edition situation. Like, Xbox needs this to hit. You know what I mean? Like, they like, look, we giving you this money. You either gonna make sure it come correct, or that's your ass. Know that.
I know that, every gaming company has a deadline, and once that deadline comes up, you have to push something out because there's other aspects of that game that need to move forward. So the farther they push it back, the better. I mean, it's not like we're waiting for a new game right now. There's so many going on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just downloaded New World, and whether I'm playing with people or by myself, New World is just mind blowing. It's incredible to me. It's you can just sit down, you can put on your music, or you can get your crew and you can play that game for 10 hours and not even feel it. So it's not like you have to be perfect in this industry now. If you pretty much want people to play your game, you got to be perfect.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like you get that chance of getting their attention. When you have their attention, you better make sure that shit is good. You know what I mean? Like at that moment, because you don't want to, not every game gets a chance like No Man's Sky. You get what I mean? Like at this point, No Man's Sky is probably thriving more now than they probably thought that it would at the state that it launched in. So it's just like, they like, look, we don't want to muddle the waters up too bad, because then people are going to be looking at them sideways, because people are already like, this is the last time I'll play a 343 Halo game. If this doesn't come out halfway decent, then it's dead to me. Fuck it. But so far it seems like it's everybody been like, all right, you did it. You know what I mean? So just gotta keep it going.
That's what happens. I think No Man's Sky, that game should have been, revolutionary. Cyberpunk, there should be 10 times more people playing it now than there actually is. So it's like these things factor. Halo could just as easily do it.
Yeah.
They could come out with a game that's, it's not a big deal now that we're worrying about if the game's garbage, and now we're worrying about if it actually works. And once it doesn't, people go down the list. And people don't go back from their list. There's always 10 more games that just came out that you can play that are better than the one that's actually broke.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's just like, it's good. I'm sure it's good for them that the biggest complaint was the battle pass. The biggest complaint that everybody had about the game was that I can't progress in this game like I would like to. You get what I mean? Like I feel like they're like, okay, that's some good feedback that y'all rocking with us. We gonna take care of you. See you in 2 days, 3 days. You know what I mean? And you're
telling me they
around.
already did.
Yeah, and they already did it. So you're gonna have you a quick little update. So we'll see. We'll have to see. So far, I feel like it's coming off at a very strong start, especially the surprise finish. Like I heard rumblings that it was gonna come out like early, but nothing was confirmed. And then I watched they had like a little 30-minute thing for Xbox 20-year anniversary. And they did it. And I was just like, man, that's one time that I wish if this happened back in the day before the internet really jumped off like it did, and literally nobody knew that this was coming, because people were talking about it for a couple weeks. Like, oh, they talk about it's going to drop early. Right. It might drop early, but it's just like, I just wish that nobody actually knew that didn't leak. And then it was an actual surprise, because I feel like, I don't know. It just would have added more like, oh shit, that's wild. You know what I mean?
Well, that's one bad thing about the internet. And I love the internet because that's where all my cartoon girlfriends live. But like, it's the same thing with wrestling. Like, you hear somebody coming back before they actually come back, or you hear somebody getting fired before they actually get fired. And it's the same with movies. It's the same with shows. It's the same with games. It's like, it'll get spoiled. It'll have a hashtag before it comes out. And I've seen the same rumors, but I didn't know if it was for sure or not. So instead of saying, the multiplayer's out today, I actually said, oh, it's actually true, which is, it's not as impactful.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Saying?
Yeah.
But, it's all the same now. That's the world we live in. That's progression. I hope that the team on Halo is listening every day. That's what it feels like. I feel like they're working on it every day, and I hope it stays like that. They got a great team working on it. They got a great team listening. And with this XP, modification that they put up, I hope they make a lot more to where the next thing I'd like to expect is when I got the squad together, I have 4 people. Another person comes in. I don't want to go to big team battle. Let me go to 5-on-5. Let me go to 6-on-6. I know you got enough people to do it. You know, get the 2 people that don't want to fill their squad to do duos, put them in the 5, you know, stuff like that. You know, just make it work that way. And I also want to be able to like, all right, we're just going to do, you know, deathmatch, or do you want to do flag for flag? Do you want to do oddball? Do you want to do infection? You know, all that. I want to be able to choose that to a T. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I'm looking forward to what they can do with it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that the lobby choices will come in time. I would hope, but who knows? With the way some things have been going, you know what I mean? They'd be like, "Look, you gonna take this and you gonna like it."
All right, well, let's get out of here and let's find out when cousin Tino actually wants to try and play Halo. And yeah, and see.
I'll clip it for you guys. Don't worry. I'll clip it.
Hey, if I'm not there, clip the whole thing.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Bodysnatchersmedia.com is where our links are to streaming episodes for the show. I want to thank you guys for listening, no matter where you do it. Whatever you prefer, Spotify, YouTube, any distribution app that you listen to it, even on the website, go to bodysnatchersmedia.com, press play. That's fine too. Wherever you're comfortable with, we're groovy with. So for Steve and Jay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, see you guys.